Some people, I know this whole thing about, we being watched at this time, or we being heard at this time, or the big brother is watching, and the cameras are on, and the satellites are watching. And I think the youth, they get really sort of passionate about, the secret services and the Illuminati and this and that and whatever there is. The young, love this because it's something which is, secret. Anything that is secret, human beings love it. And on top of that, when you have a secret, powerful thing, then it's even more intriguing to know about that, to talk about that. All you've got to visualize, all you've got to go back to is the Quran talking about the time of Fir'aun. Fir'aun, he had men on every corner. No Banu Israel, no person of the followers of Musa alayhi salam, none of them could say anything, do anything without a soldier seeing it. That's how many soldiers he had. Even when two of them were having a conversation in a corner, a soldier was listening in. And everything was reported back to the authorities. Fir'aun, he told Haman, who was his mason, he told him to build him a tall tower. And he built him a very tall tower, and from there Fir'aun would go to that tall tower, stand there, and he would watch the entire Banu Israel working for him. He's building the pyramids, whatever it was, Fir'aun would stand there and he would watch. And Fir'aun was able to also keep an eye on them through his magicians. See, he had sorcerers who used to tell him things were going on. Regular meetings he would have, he would call them over and he would say, okay, what do you guys see? Like fortune tellers. And that's how he found out that Musa alayhi salam was going to be born. And one of the intervals he had with them is that these sorcerers said to him that there's going to be, a young boy that will be born in your kingdom this particular year, and that boy, if he lives, he's going to destroy your kingdom. Fir'aun thought, okay, I'm going to wipe out one generation, and all the boys that are born this year, wherever you find them, kill them. How this works? Can you imagine? One whole year. So there must have been thousands and thousands of babies. Allah wants to show them who's in charge. So they made all these plans. He saw his soldiers are on the guard. They're going every single night, finding out which woman is pregnant. And as soon as she delivers, they're going in there and seeing, is it a girl or a boy? They don't need permission. They're just going straight inside the doors. And they're watching all the women. So they know that Musa alayhi salam's mother is pregnant as well. And she's waiting for her moment that she's going to deliver. When Allah Azza wa Jal, He wants to save someone, can anyone come in front of Allah? So what happens is, Musa alayhi salam's mother, she gives birth. They got the news, so the soldiers are coming down. Musa alayhi salam's mother gets scared. So it's just a newborn. She puts it straight into a basket, and she runs outside of a house with the baby boy in the basket. She's trying to run away from the soldiers. And then the soldiers are catching up. So she comes right to the river, and she's fearing, they're going to kill my son. So Allah says in the Quran, I put into her heart, throw the baby into the river. Allah records all that in the Quran. She had grief, she had fear. And with the soldiers coming up towards her, they're going to catch her soon, she just threw the basket into the river. If they wanted to see what she threw, they're going to be looking at the river with where the current is flowing, right? So the soldiers are now looking at the way the current is flowing, and there's nothing there. Because Allah took the basket against the current upwards. The water is flowing downwards, and Allah took the basket upwards. Because Allah wants to take it to one place. Now look at it, when Allah wants to do something, who are the Illuminati? Who in the world are these Freemasons and these? So the basket now moves upwards. Now Allah wants to give it to particular people. So what does He do? He makes, at that moment, He makes Fir'aun and his wife Asya, they come out for a walk. So they're walking. And Allah brings both of them right to the river bank. And they're walking along the river bank. They're having a nice day, nice stroll. Suddenly, this basket comes all the way up to the river bank and gets stuck at a tree. So then Asya, she runs and she sees that there's a basket. She picks the basket up and there's a newborn baby. Newborn boy. What did Fir'aun say for all the boys for this whole year? She said, Fir'aun, me and you, we don't have children. No one knows which boy is this. It's lost boy. So can you please just have mercy on this boy? We'll make this our own child. And we'll tell everybody this is our son. Now he's thinking, one out of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of boys. What's the chance of this one being the one that ruins my kingdom? Almost next to nothing. Allah says, وَأَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مَحَبَّةً مِّنِّي. He says, O Musa, your love, I put it into Asiya, I put it into Fir'aun. And Allah says, okay, Fir'aun, you wanted to kill him? Okay, I'm going to make you nurture him. I'm going to make you clothe him. I'm going to make you give him water and love him and play with him. I'm going to make you do that. I'm going to make you like his father. So now he says, okay, let's take him. So he takes him. Now, when he takes him, now Asiya, she's never had children, so she's got no milk. The women in the palace, none of them are breastfeeding. And Musa was crying, young baby. He's crying. Firaun's going mad. He says, come bring these, bring one of these women who's got milk and feed him. So all the women, a lot of women come, one after the other. Whichever one gives her breast to Musa salam, he's not taking it. Now he's not taking any single woman's milk. One after the other, one after tens and tens of coming. Firaun's thinking, what kind of kid have I brought here inside my family? But Asiya is not letting Firaun do anything to this kid. She wants to keep the kid. So there's got to be a way. Now suddenly there's a little girl there. Who is this little girl? This girl is Musa alayhi salam's sister. And she had followed the basket. She had seen Firaun and Asiya walk. She saw them pick it up. She saw them took it in the palace. So she came up. She said, if you allow me, I can tell you there's one woman I know. She's a very good woman. And there's no babies that ever refuse her milk. If you tell me, I'll tell that woman to come. She can try. Now they're fed up. There's kids crying. Wah, wah. So then they say, okay, go and bring that woman. Who's that woman? That is Musa's own mother. Just moments ago she's fearing, what's going to happen to my kid? Allah brought her own child right in front of her. She sees Musa and then she gives him milk. And now the mother is reunited with the son in the enemy's house. Every day she will come and see her son. Every day she will milk her son. Every day she will play with her son. Allah Azza wa Jal shows who's in charge. You look at the whole plan of how Allah Azza wa Jal brings Musa alayhi salam up. And how he takes him back to the Banu Israel. But what my point is that though others watch us, though others listen to us, the one that is in charge and the one that counts is who? It is Allah Azza wa Jal. And that's the one that we have to have fear of. Allah watches my enemies. Allah hears every conversation of every Muslim enemy that is out there. You've got to understand that. Allah knows every single enemy that has made any plan. Before he's even done his plan, Allah even knew that. Allah watches their satellites. Forget their satellites watching us. There's a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whoever doesn't fear Allah will fear Allah's creation, or some of His creation, they will fear Him. And whoever fears Allah, the creation will fear them.